Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my world. This is the world of Wayne, and no, I haven't got any build videos for you. I haven't even got anything to show off for you, and the reason for that is because I think everything came towards the end and beginning of July, and the next lot's due at probably towards the end or the beginning of August. So we're not expecting anything. It's been 2 weeks since I made a video. How bad's that? So I thought I'm just going to make a video for you here, and I'm going to answer some of the questions that I see on my Twitter feed, on my private Facebook account, on my Facebook account, on my YouTube comments, and hopefully that will pass some of the time. Just so you know, I think the reason for the delay is someone said that August has 5 months, which 5 weeks, which makes a lot of sense because when I phoned up Eagle Moss, my Marvel movie collection subscription had been taken from my bank, but my DeLorean hadn't, and I wanted to make sure there wasn't a problem with payment. So when I did make the payment for that, I had to pay for an extra week. So I paid for 5 weeks rather than 4, which come to, I don't know, 40 something odd pound. I do think we're going to get 5 together, or I don't know how they're bundling it, but I don't expect them to be coming shortly. I think they'll be coming in the next 2 weeks. So let's answer some of the questions that I have been asked on these various platforms. Why haven't I painted the Falcon? Okay, the short answer is the Falcon was the first thing that I ever built, and I'm talking about models, anything apart from building a patio or decking outside. The first model I built was the Falcon, and I haven't got a clue how to paint it. So I did have someone lined up who's a professional model painter to paint it for me. But now the problem is that it's going to be really hard to take that off the shelf or off the wall. It's heavy. I've got to transport it. I don't want it broken. I've got to wait. I've got to pay. I've got to get it back, and I've got to put it on the wall again. You can see why it's still on the wall. So I'm using the old adage of letting age paint this for me. So it's getting a nice layer of dust up there. I'm sure in this hot weather I can get it nice and oily and I don't know, dirty. But it would look really great painted. I know it would. But at the moment I've got no rush to get that done. When my friend can get round to doing that, he will. But I'm not going to rush him as well. So it's just going to stay like that for a shame for now. But I've seen some that are painted and they look really good, and it is a shame that obviously that hasn't been done on this occasion. Next question. Will I be doing the Jaguar E-Type build? No, I won't, okay? Here's the reason. I don't like Jaguar cars. I don't like BMW cars, and I don't like Audis either. And I'll leave you to think about why that is. I've been driving since I was 17, and unfortunately, I just don't like those cars. So there's no way I'm going to be building something I don't like. The only reason I'm building the DeLorean as a vehicle and stuff is because it's got that tie-in with a film and stuff like that. So one of the old James Bond cars, I'm sure there was a build for that. I think it was the DB5 or something. I would have been interested in doing that, but Back to the Future by heart, you know, back in the 80s when I watched that film, that's always going to stick with me. So that's why I picked the DeLorean to do. Will I be doing the Thunderbird build? Same thing. I love Jerry Anderson. I was brought up in the 70s watching Thunderbirds and Joe 90 and Captain Scarlet and all of those sort of things. But A, it looks a bit toyish to me. B, it's massive, so I wouldn't have anywhere to put Thunderbird to. And C, I've just got no interest in building it. So no, I won't be doing that. I believe it's only a trial in this country at the moment. But obviously it's had the full release in Japan. It is nice, don't get me wrong, but Tracy Island would be good to build. Do you remember Blue Peter building that? That was something else with the butter pots and toilet roll holders and stuff like that. But I don't know. Some really strange questions I get. Do I dye my beard? No, why would you think that? How can I dye my beard? Yeah, I dye my beard. There is a reason for it. It's because, like, if I don't dye it, my moustache is lovely and coloured, but for some reason it's my beard that goes grey. So I dye that because when you see it on camera, it makes it look like I've just got a moustache, and it makes me look like I'm one of the village people or something. So I do dye it, and I use Just for Men. I'm not proud, but, you know, 44. I have to blame my dad for the genes and stuff. So I'm just grateful that I've got hair here, because I haven't got hair here. I've got hair on other parts of my body, but yeah, I don't need to dye that. That's probably a little bit too much information. Okay, what's my favourite movie? Well, I did do a video of my top 10 favourite movies. I took all the films out, like Back to the Future, Indiana Jones, Godfathers, Star Wars, because I said that transcends a top 10. And my favourite movie is The Karate Kid. I love the Karate Kid film. So, but go back to my videos and have a look and you'll see my top 10, because there's a lot of indie sort of things that you've probably not heard of, which are in my top films. I can tell you films I hate, which everyone else likes, and top of that is Blade Runner. So, I know there's a new one like coming out, and yeah, I've got no interest in that. I don't know what Harrison Ford was thinking, but I know there's going to be a lot of Blade Runner fans now going, "What are you talking about, you crazy man? It's a great film." But I've tried to watch it about 6 or 7 times. It just does nothing for me at all. Don't like it. Perhaps it's because I've only known Harrison Ford really in an Indiana Jonesy sort of Jack Ryan-y sort of Han Solo-y sort of role. I don't know. But no, not my cup of tea. My favourite collectible. Well, out of everything I've got, my Star Wars, my Karate Kid Pops, I don't know, what else have we got here? My Marvel things, my Out of Time number plate. My favourite one, let's turn this camera around, is there. Just there. Anduril. My limited edition Lord of the Rings sword. And it's limited to 5,000 swords. And I've got number 2,191. So there's only 5,000 of those in the world. They did release this after the limited edition one. But I don't think it come with that backboard that is on there at the moment. And obviously it won't have the limited edition numbers on it. Pride and joy. I love anything to do with Tolkien, Lord of the Rings, any of that. That's my cup of tea. But that's my favourite collectible. What would I like to build next? I would like. Someone mentioned this in one of the Facebook groups. I can't remember if it was the R2D2 or the Eagle Moss DeLorean one. But how about a number 5, Johnny 5 from Short Circuit? Really big. I'd like it, 60, 70 centimetres. That would be something else. I'd love to have that. Fully operational as well with remote control. I'd love to build Johnny 5. I'd like to build Kit from Knight Rider. That'd be good. Perhaps the same sort of scale as the DeLorean. And I definitely would like, let me think. Oh, how about Terminator endoskeleton? That'd be pretty cool as well. Yeah, I'd like to build some of those. God knows if they ever release anything like that. They need to get the licensing sorted out. What cameras and mic do I use for videos? Oh, okay, right. When I'm on the workstation and I'm building on the workstation, you can see I'm using 2 cameras. They're both Logitech C920 webcams. The camcorder I'm talking to you on at the moment is a Panasonic V210, and that's just doing the talking ones. And the mic, which is a Yeti Blue mic, is capturing all my sound. That gets passed through Audacity because I take all the noise reduction off and make it a little bit clearer on the sound. I put all of that into Adobe Premiere, and it basically enables me to multi-scene all of those together, so that's how I make my videos. But that's pretty much my setup. The PC I'm using is an X99. It's not a super duper PC. I mean, I'm using an AMD R7 210 or 220 graphics card, so it gives you an idea. It runs Warcraft, but not much else. So, but I'm still managing to make videos, and I do need to upgrade a lot of things on that PC at the moment. What glue do I use? Okay, normally I'm in the Range or Asda. I'll buy their own brand. I buy any glue or gel that won't either sucks back into the tube or is like a tidy up when I put the lid back on. Because I hate super glues where no matter how much you clean it, you put the lid back on, then you can't get the lid off afterwards. The Range do one that actually sucks back, so that doesn't happen. And the Asda gel one, because it's a gel, it's easy to clean and put the lid back on. So I never have a problem with that. But that's the glue, or any super glue I use that works that. And I've been using that since the Falcon, and it's been absolutely fine. So shouldn't be a problem there. Who do I call when I have complaint with the builds? Well, the 2 builds I'm using are D'Agostini and Eagle Moss. D'Agostini I never call because I believe they're Indian call centres. So there is sometimes a breakdown in communication there, and I prefer to put things in writing. So the good thing is with D'Agostini, if you email them, they normally get back to you within 24 to 48 hours, and they normally action anything on the email. They don't need clarification or anything like that. So for D'Agostini, I make sure that I email them. Eagle Moss, on the other hand, if you're happy to wait 10 to 15 minutes on the phone, listening to their swanky hold music, then yeah, call them up. And again, it's normally no quibbles. Tell them your problem, they'll sort it for you, no questions asked. So D'Agostini, email, Eagle Moss, give them a call. What do I collect? Okay, well, I've collected all the Star Wars memorabilia. I've got Harry Potter over here, Star Trek. I don't know, Star Wars, Star Trek fans, that can upset you if you like both. I don't know. Marvel, Karate Kid, Lord of the Rings, Back to the Future, Marvel. I've got some night lights at the top, which is pretty much all Marvel. I've just started getting into comics with the new Avengers and Amazing Spider-Man Secret Empire series. So that's my new thing I'm collecting. But anything movie related that sparks my interest. I mean, you've seen my Jedi robe and stuff, so perhaps I'm a bit too geeky and I should cut that down. It's going to get expensive, very expensive. And I thought I'd leave you with a funny story. That's all the questions I had. But I did look back at some of my videos and I noticed once when I was doing the DeLorean, my finger slipped and I cut myself. I'll tell you now, I'm not very good with blood. And I thought I'd tell you a story what happened to me way back in the day before the Never Never in the dark times when I was in college and I was filing some metal. I was filing the corner of the metal and my file slipped and my thumb went straight over the corner of this sharp metal. So I put pressure on my thumb and I ran to the toilet, put it under a really cold tap, and I could feel just waves of like sweat coming over me. And I thought, oh, I don't feel too good. Nausea came up, and basically I passed out. I didn't fall on the floor, but I was having a fainting session. And when I came like round again, I'm just, sweat's dripping off me. I'm feeling cold, and I thought I've really got to see how bad this is because I'm going to have to get someone to get some help. So remember, my finger's under this really cold tap, so it's hurting anyway for the amount of cold that's actually on the water. I thought, I'm going to have a look at it. So I plucked up the courage, almost plucked up the courage to open my fingers up. Unfortunately, I couldn't do it because as soon as I put my hand open, the wave of sweat came on me again, nausea, and I passed out again. This time I managed to, I needed to sit down because I was going to fall on the floor otherwise. So I was sitting there thinking, okay, I've got to look at this. You know, no one's in this toilet with me. So again, I went up, put it under the tap again, and I got it so cold that I thought the blood would just freeze rather than pump out my hand. So I'm going to take the big step, and I'm going to open my fingers up. So I did. I looked closely, and I opened my finger quickly because I didn't want blood spraying everywhere, and nothing happened. So I did it again, and nothing happened. I did it again, and then I looked, and I hadn't even cut myself. I had like a little chicken scratch. That was it. That's how bad I am with blood. I tell that story to my family because it does make them laugh and it does make me look absolutely stupid, but I thought I'll leave you on that. Anyway, as I said, it's been 2 weeks since I made a video, so I hope you like this little rambling sort of video. I want to make more of these because my channel was never intended to be just something I build or showing off things. It was basically to do with my whole life, World of Wayne. It's basically all my travels that I did last year. I've got some videos up of when I went to London last year and stuff like that. Things that interest me that I think might interest you. So I do hope you like this video. If you don't, then obviously, you know, this channel is very diverse. You pick what you want to watch. But thought I'd answer any sort of questions. If you've got any questions for me, then obviously put them in the comments down below. And if you like this video, remember to give it a thumbs up because it does get it higher on the search engines and stuff on YouTube. Because I haven't got a clue about the YouTube algorithms. Some of my videos get 7,000 views, while others get 70. So, and they're the same things. Doesn't make sense to me at all. But anyway, keeping you entertained. Have a good day. Till we get the next delivery. Take care.